Hello everyone, it's Scott and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. So, witchery. I've been looking at a particular recipe. So, if I'm going to move forward in Britannia, I need to get the Elven Gateway Core. And so, to make this guy, I need to be pretty skilled in Thaumcraft, both blood magic and witchery. So I need the Enderdew from witchery as well as the soul of the world. And this guy is a kettle recipe that requires Redstone Soup. Redstone Soup is going to require Drop of Luck. And Drop of Luck is going to require me dumping a lot of stuff into a witch's cauldron. However, it seems lightly documented that the Drop of Luck requires ritual glyphs surrounding the cauldron that I'm going to drop all this stuff into. So what I did was I crafted according to something I saw on Reddit. I looked through some of the witchery manuals that are in game and didn't really find what I needed to look for. And so let's just drop these guys. The root, the Utandis, Tear of the Goddess, Refined Evil, as well as a nether wart, and refined evil is another byproduct of the distillery. It's just dime vapors and gas. So back when I made that odor of purity, it also happened to make the refined evil. So let's dump these 5 things into the cauldron. There we go. Okay. And so not everything actually hit because I'm just absolutely terrible at aiming. So let's dump that in and that. No? Yes? Okay, so it looks like the order in which you drop the stuff in matters. So let's drop in the last piece. And then we get the swirly green that shows that the formula is complete. So let's grab out our bottles. So, actually, no, it looks like it bottled itself. Okay, Drop of Luck. I should mention that over here, my altar is over 6,000 altar points, so I ended up building quite a bit more trees and such, so things that give life. So a lot more rowan, some dark oak. So hey, I at least got what I needed. So let's head back over here and see if we can craft up the Redstone Soup. That's going to be Kettle Magic for Redstone, the Tongue, Belladonna, Wool of Bat, and another Mandrake Root. So let's grab all that stuff and head on over. Okay, here we are at the kettle, so let's start dropping in the things. So, Redstone, Tongue of Dog, Drop of Luck, Belladonna, Wool of Bat, Mandrake Root. So all that gets dropped in. Looks mighty tasty. So let's grab it with the glass bottle. And there we go, 1 Redstone Soup. Excellent. So, over here, let's bring up the Elven Core. And what am I missing? I am missing these 3 pieces. So Magician's Blood Orb, Primal Magic, Soul of the World. Oh, I missed that step. Soul of the World is going to need a Tombstone, Regeneration, Mandrake Root, Golden Apple, Rowan. Okay, so that's the last piece I need, the regular Regeneration Potion. So let's head back over here to the kettle and grab one more bucket. So let's move this bucket of water into the kettle and load up everything. So Redstone Soup, Attuned Stone, Regeneration, Mandrake Root, Golden Apple, and a Rowan. And hopefully that's enough to get this going. Nope. Alright, I'm back, and I want to demo some changes that I made to the kettle to enable automation. So what's going to happen is the interface is going to dump all the junk out into this chest. Now it's going to include a bottle and a water bucket. So bottles go to the right, water buckets to the left. Water buckets drop into an autonomous activator, which will populate this slot. We'll right-click the filled bucket out into the kettle, and then the bucket will be empty bucket will be extracted and dumped back into the interface. Bottles will travel up on this outside path and drop down into here, into this autonomous activator, where they will be right-clicked in order to gather the resultant formula out here from the kettle. Everything else will be dropped into the open crate, which will drop it into the now liquid-filled kettle. So what I'm going to do is fill up this interface with a formula for Redstone Soup. So let's grab that. So wool bat, tongue of dog, blah, blah, blah. And let's see if I can actually craft it end to end. So craft, go. Okay, so this is going to need to make an additional mutandis and refine evil by dropping things into the distillery, as well as into the this cauldron over here. So once the refined evil is done, it's going to create the drop of luck by moving everything over to the other cauldron that's now automated with an interface, and looks like that just completed. Okay, so everything would drop into this cauldron. Eventually, it would pop out the completed luck, which will then get sucked in by this interface back into the ME system. And everything else is now queued up to drop into the kettle. And so everything has dropped in. Autonomous activator, right click. Whoops, ignored. So let's see, one blip of a right click. Oops. Alright, so that's the problem. I need a little bit of timing delay between when the water goes in so it doesn't get sucked out by the bottle when the bottle gets dumped into this autonomous activator. So that's a shame. But there we go. We just saw that it extracted one redstone soup. So I need to come up with a way to delay the bottle until it gets to the target. Maybe I can use maybe the weakest of the servos, so that way it'll give it the slowest path around. But I can do some more experimenting later. Alright, there's a couple flaws in this, and that the problem is that the transfer node was sucking out the redstone soup before it had a chance to interact with the stew. So what I'm going to do is just kind of lay out everything here manually. So let's grab our water bucket. That'll go in the chest and get processed as water and fill up the container. We're going to throw down the redstone soup. Now, my other error was this needs to be a 2-minute regeneration. I ended up crafting the witchery book and looking at the specific formula, Ultra Power 4000, but yeah, I kind of messed that up. So let's throw that into the mix. Let's then throw in our golden apple, attuned stone, mandrake, and rowan. If all this happens correctly, there we go. I get a lime green kind of potion with a white speckles coming out of it. So let's grab our bottle. And I'm not sure how many I have to put in. Oh, there's one. Okay, and there's still, I guess it makes 2 formulas. There we go. And that empties out the kettle. So to kind of polish off the automation, 2 glass bottles makes 2 souls of the world. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to need this again, but at least I have the formula to walk through it, even though I need to obviously do some additional work to make this function correctly. So, with the Soul of the World, we can now make the Elven Gateway. So, Primal Charm, Magician's Orb, blah blah blah. So let's make up one more Primal Charm, thanks to our automation. Alright, now that I have the pieces, let's take a look at what I'm missing. Magician's Blood Orb. So, Elven Gateway Core. There we go. Achievement from the other side. Excellent. So next I'm going to need some Pylons. So to make the Natura Pylon, I'm going to need some more Ender Dew. Ender Dew comes from just distilling Ender Pearls in our distillery. And then we need a couple of regular mana Pylons. So for that I'm going to need a little bit more Mana Steel. Then we're going to need at least 2 of these Pylons. So let's go 1. What am I missing? Up, some more Mana Diamonds. Take care of that. Thank you, automation. And done. Second mana Pylon. So back to Natura. So I did spend a little time making extra Terra Steel, but it looks like I'm going to need to make some nuggets. So Mana Steel is going to need to drop down at least 9 nuggets. Okay. There we go. There's one of our Pylons, so we just need to make one more Terra Steel. And so the way this is working is I just ended up hooking up a dropper over here, as well as some automation. So the interface feeds the dropper drops the 3 items. They're hooked up through the spark over to the over to this mana pool, at which point the item transfer node will suck out the completed item. Excellent. So back upstairs, and we can finish off the pylon. Done. Okay, so that's 2 pylons and the core. So let's get back to Britannia and look up what we need to do to make the Portal of Alphamancy. So 2 pylons, 2 mana pools. We're going to need some. We can go back. Whoops. So we're also going to need 3 glimmering living wood. So that's actually not that complicated. Glimmering living wood is just, well, a little bit more Terra Steel plus glowstone plus living wood. So let's order up another Terra Steel. So 2 Terra Steel later, let's break all these down into nuggets. Bink. And then take all the nuggets and loop them around the outside. So let's make 1, 2, 3 glimmering living wood. Alright, so using Britannia's visualize feature, I think I can fit it here within the base. So the reason is I want to put it close to the rail track, so that way I can take advantage of the existing mana, the mana train from the End of Flame. So what I can do then is let's place down the 2 Natura Pylons here. So 1 and 2. So that'll realize those structures. Let's take the Elven Gateway Core, as well as the Glimmering Living Wood, and then I'm going to need at least 8 regular Living Wood. So let's grab some pieces of those. So let's lay that down here. And unfortunately, the this is going to extend into the ceiling, so it's not the best layout. But yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a conflict here since I'm really close to the assembly table system. But fortunately, it doesn't directly conflict here. So I should be able just to, I guess, get by. Though it is kind of weird to have it right next to the... Well, it might work out having it next to the ME system. Except there's a little tiny nook right here. So let's get rid of that. That was what was blocking me. Drop that in. Drop in the other 2 glimmering pieces. Let's fight through this lag. Okay, bink, bink. Structure complete. Excellent. So what I need to do then is let's grab one of the mana pumps and drop it in over here like so. Okay, so if we were to reactivate the mana train, get you going up on the speed boost. There we go. So once he comes back, it's going to be carrying quite a bit of mana over here. So let's figure out what we can do to flip some of these around. Get a better mana feed. So let's do probably at least these 2. There we go. So that'll extract from here and dump it a little bit down the chain. And so we want to start filling up this pool right here. So let's grab our wand. Have the up here it is, Wand of the Forest. Check the mana level, very low, but it is growing reasonably fast. So all we need to do now that I have mana on both of the Natura Pylons, is right-click with the right-click this Elven Gateway Core with the wand, and like that we have opened our portal to Alfheim. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so first things first, let's throw our Botania book. Oh, nope. Second things first, let's turn off the magnet and then throw the book through the portal. Blink. And with that, I should have the Elven version. Greetings. We know our portal is open. What are you doing? No. Okay. So they've given me a new book with a bunch of new formulas. ... And here we go. So resources. I've now opened up quite a number of new materials. Dreamwood, Elementium, Pixie Dust, Dragonstone. So that will work out really good. Okay, well that didn't take long. So I ended up enclosing the portal with quite clear glass so I don't end up accidentally breaking it. The mana pools are filling up quite nicely here. And what I ended up doing is putting an hourglass powering a dispenser, which is hooked up to the ME system. And so I can now create the following items. So Pixie Dust, Elementium, Dragonstone, and Dreamwood. So with that, I can just order up a batch. So if I want Dragonstones, 10 of them, Awesome. So those will just pipe themselves through the system. They will dump out through the dispenser. And yeah. So it looks like I have everything I need from the Elven Portal at this point. And so I can get back to some of the longer term crafting that I've been wanting to get to. Alright, so what did I need the Elven Gateway for? So from last episode, I noted that I needed the Arcane Plinth crafted in the Alfheim portal. So I need this in order to start summoning demons from Blood Magic. So this is going to take 2 Arcane Pedestals and some Null Catalyst. I already showed how to make Null Catalyst using Nether Stars in our Crucible. And so if we head down to the Blood Magic area, I started loading up a number of pedestals in the Blood Altar, and I'm halfway done. So I'm running 10 of these through. I'm at 80,000 out of 200,000 blood, but I figure that'll probably be done in about 5 minutes. Now, one thing I have been working on, and this is pretty interesting, was using the teleporters to move the crusted openings, those head crab spawners, from the other dimension. Bloop, there he goes. From the Outer Lands dimension here into the overworld. And the way you do that is you have to doubly link teleposers. So from dimension 42, which is the Outer Lands, linked back to here. I had to take this teleposer and place it back in the other side. And here is the matching teleposer in the Outer Lands with that Ender Pearl link back. So I think the problem was that both sides have to be chunk loaded. So if I right click, yep, that has now sent that crusted opening over to the other side. So let me gather up this stuff. Good, good. And let's leave all these head crabs behind and head back to the overworld. And there we go. It worked. So this will now start dropping twice the head crabs. Let's send that back. We'll get rid of this. Well, I'll clean this up later because I'm obviously having problems getting out of the fans. But this will now double the rate at which I'm dropping the head crabs, and each head crab is going to drop down a Ender Pearl, which is why I'm up to 1,200 Ender Pearls already. So we can see that ticking up quite nicely. Okay, and these should finish shortly. 198, 199, done. So let's grab all these out. So we have 10 Arcane Pedestals. Let's head back to the Alfheim contraption, and then what we'll do is we'll grab our Null Catalyst. So 2 of these plus a Null Catalyst. Whoops, why are mana diamonds not going out? That's a good question. So Arcane Pedestal are not being dispensed. Okay. So maybe this is not the best layout. I think I might have to try using a conveyor belt to dump things out. But let's do this the old-fashioned way. So Arcane Pedestal, Null Catalyst, Arcane Pedestal. And that should have dumped out, here we go, the Arcane Plinth. Excellent. So, that's pretty cool. So, at this point, I should have enough pedestals and the plinth to set up the beginning of the blood magic ritual. Okay, so what I ended up doing was making Sanctus in the chemistry set. So that's pretty simply glowstone, gold, glass, and our simple catalyst. So I can throw all this back into the ME system. And what I ended up doing was building a platform way out here by the outer lands entrance. And so this is going to be my demon summoning area. So what I need to do is grab one of my orbs. So let's grab a magician's blood orb and place that in the center. Okay, then we're going to take each of the Sanctus and place the 6 of them in this hexagonal pattern around the plinth. So let's set it and stand back. Alright, so it looks like I might have the placements of the pedestals wrong, so let me rotate everything by 1 block over to the right. Okay, the summoning is going to require a Master Blood Orb, so let's place that in. Up, and now we see that the lightning is striking the pedestals, consuming the material. And one thing I want to do is try to capture this demon in the safari net. This is something that has worked in the past. So there is our poison demon. So let's try to grab him. And yes, we have grabbed the holy elemental inside the safari net. Awesome. So let's see if this will work to mass produce the demons. So let's place him inside the auto spawner. And see what happens. There we go, summoning. And that is summoning really fast. Okay, so let's quick shut that off. Beep. And see if these guys are teleporting through the wall. Ah, great. So, same problem we had with Agrarian Skies. So, they are not playing well with the fans. So let's grab our sword and see if we can take out a couple of these guys. Okay, I guess they can fly through the walls. Okay. Alright, well in any case, already I have 1 Demon Blood Shard. So let's see if I can kill a couple more of these without getting too poisoned. Okay. And remember these guys being like super tough because they can cut right through my armor and they hit me for 10 hit points at a time. So I can't take a lot of hits, but yeah, so 2 Demon Blood Shards. That means this is a success. So with the Demon Blood Shard, I should be able to combine these. I should be able to make the next tier Archmage's Blood Orb. So my tier 5 Blood Orb is in sight. And with that, I should be able to make all sorts of really high level items. Yep. So with that, I am calling this an episode. So pretty good progress. Opened the Elven Gate, got our blood shards. So in between episodes, I can go back and work on the higher level rituals. I can do a little bit of cleanup around the base and try to make try to... Well, I'm going to try to fix the witchery thing and see if I can get that to work. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep expanding and keep working on magic. So if you could, please leave a comment or a like. Let me know how I'm doing, and I will see you next time in Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. Bye!